एक तो वैनिटी में ना वी यूज टू हैव दी स्मॉल स्मॉल सेशंस वेयर प्रब एंड ऑल दीज गाइज यूज टू प्ले देयर अनरिलीज सॉन्ग्स जो गाने रिलीज नहीं हुए होते हैं. सो दे यूज टू रिलीज मेक अस लिसन टू देयर सॉन्ग्स और वो बताते कि इसमें अब थोड़ा सा काम बाकी है. बाय द वे दिस गाय आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इज सुमित व्यास.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah. So Sumit Vyas was the first person I met, and he's like, मैं theatre करता हूँ, तू मेरे theatre group में आ जा. And you know, from there you'll automatically figure things out. I was really blessed that I kept meeting such people in my life, जो मुझे कैसे ना कैसे एक वे दिखाते गए. One of I'll take a few names because they deserve to be named. One of them was Adarsh Gaurav. Adarsh Gaurav, in my early days when I had just started acting, उसने मुझे कम से कम 5-6 कास्टिंग वालों के नंबर दिए थे कि तू इनको फ़ोन कर और इनको बोल तू मेरा दोस्त है और तेरे लायक कोई ऑडिशन होगा तो तुझे बुला लेंगे. सिमिलरली रोहन खुराना, चंद्रचूड़ राय, if you're watching this, these three people in my life, बिना हिचकिचाए they gave me a lot of casting वालों के नंबर कि यार तू उनको मैसेज कर और बोल.
Hello, guys. My name is Surbhi Jain, and today I am with an actor who has played varied characters in the start of his career itself, but not just as an actor. In his real life, also, he has been playing varied characters. So let's catch up with him today and asking everything we can about his life and not just as an actor. Hi, Skand Thakur. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, congratulations on Khalbali Records, जो already खलबली मचाई रही है. But tell us more about the show. Tell us something you've not really shared with anybody yet. Something like a BTS moment. More about your role, what you've learned from the character itself.
So Khalbali Records basically is a lot of things. There are a lot of different small stories inside a big show, but more or less it's about the music industry and the people who've written this show, my director, have tried to tap into what and how the music industry functions. We were fortunate enough that we had people in the show who belong to the music world. Prab, Prabdeep was there, Emmer, EPR, a lot of other people who've also acted in the show. So it was a new world that opened to me because as an actor, you usually know a lot about films and production houses and direction and everything, but we really don't know what the music world is like. हम तो गाने सुनते हैं, we enjoy the music, but what goes into making a song, what are rights, what are contracts, ये सब क्या होता है? This was an entire new world, and that only happened because I spent a lot of time with them on set. So they used to tell me, you know, how musicians and singers and artists, they can be trapped in a contract for a very long time. Even if they want to get out, they can't. Sometimes they don't have all the rights to their music. So a lot of these stories, तो एक नया world I got to know about, which was very interesting, I thought, because now going forward, I will definitely not take music so lightly because I will now know that कि यार there's so much that goes into. I obviously always had a lot of love for music and a lot of respect for musicians, and even Prab and all I've been listening to way before I did the show. So, but the hard work that goes was absolutely an eye opener to a new world. And one thing that I think was very memorable for me in the show was that एक तो वैनिटी में ना वी यूज टू हैव दी स्मॉल स्मॉल सेशंस वेयर प्रब एंड ऑल दीज गाइज यूज टू प्ले देयर अनरिलीज सॉन्ग्स जो गाने रिलीज नहीं हुए होते हैं. सो दे यूज टू रिलीज मेक अस लिसन टू देयर सॉन्ग्स और वो बताते कि इसमें अब थोड़ा सा काम बाकी है, दिस स्टिल समथिंग लेफ्ट एंड दिस एंड दैट. सो बिफोर द वर्ल्ड कुड हियर देयर म्यूजिक, we used to sit in the vanity and enjoy like an entire album or an entire EP. So that was a lot of fun. अपने दोस्तों के सामने मैं बहुत शो ऑफ करता था जाके कि मैंने प्रभ का गाना सुना है जो तुम्हें शायद 2 महीने बाद सुनने मिलेगा. सो या दैट वाज वेरी मेमोरेबल. आई रियली यूज्ड टू एंजॉय दोज सेशंस विद देम. या एंड एज फार एज द शो गोज, like I said, a whole new world about the music industry that's there. That is something I don't think anyone has tapped into yet. So it'll be a good view for everyone.
In most of your interviews, you've talked about about your love for music, and when you mentioned that you got that chance to to be in the vanity room where the other singers, known singers, were practicing their unreleased songs. It's like you've been a part of history before history was created.
Yeah. Prab used to, like I said, I used to show off fully that Prab is coming out with a new EP. उसमें 6 गाने हैं, 6 में से 6 मैं सुन चुका हूँ already. So yeah, I used to show off a lot, and also the way these boys talk about music. आपको लगेगा कि वो मतलब अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड या वाइफ के बारे में बात कर रही हो, दे विल जस्ट डिस्क्राइब ईच एंड एवरी सॉन्ग कि यार ये जो तू पीछे ड्रम सुन रहा है ना, ये ड्रम्स मैंने दिल्ली में एक बार में एक बंदे को सुना था, सो आई कॉल्ड हिम एंड ही इज डन द ड्रम्स फॉर दिस वन सॉन्ग. तू पीछे वायलिन सुन रहा है, वो वायलिन ना मैंने बैंगलोर में so detailed, each and everything is so detailed, how he thought about that song, why he's made that song. And when we listen to music, we just listen to music, right? We enjoy it, but it was so beautiful to hear them talk about each and every song with so much love and passion. Yaar, they love what they do so much. So I too was very happy.
Well, congratulations on that as well. It was a great learning experience as well for you, right? So, before we talk more about your work, I would want to know more about your background as a person, where you come from, how did you get into acting? Because when we talked about music, I remember that you actually worked as a DJ as well. So music is a big part of your life for sure. But overall, where you come from, how did you turn from a DJ to an actor? You got into theater acting. So you've been a part of different processes. On top of it, it's all the projects you've done. I remember watching Feels Like Ishq long back. And I don't remember the whole tits and bits of the series now, but I remember I enjoyed it because when it came out, वो COVID का ही period था. Exactly. So, given all of that, you work with great actors, you work with great directors, award-winning directors like Devanshu Singh himself. So, tell us about it. What's your path been like?
Um, so, ma'am, I was born in Himachal, and my parents got me to Mumbai when I was 9 months old. So, I'm pretty much a Mumbaikar, born and raised Mumbaikar.
But one question, from where in Himachal?
Himachal, I'm from Hamirpur. Yeah, there's a district called Hamirpur, so I belong from there. And so I came here when I was what, 9 months, so pretty much a Mumbaikar. And now acting, how has acting happened? Acting happened because I was trying to get away from studies. B, I was a very active child on stage. I was not as good as I should have been in studies, but I was very active on stage. I was not scared of being on stage, and I used to love attention. So I used to love when 50, 100 people are watching me perform on stage. तो मुझे बड़ा मजा आता था. So when I got into college, I thought, यार, maybe I could give this a try somehow. But now I don't know anything. कि how do you go about it? What is acting? So what I did was I took my college admission in a college in Juhu, which was very close to Prithvi Theatre. So I never attended. I used to go and just sit in Prithvi Theatre and just look at people and just hope कि someday I'll get a little gutsy and किसी से जाके बात कर लूँगा कि सर मुझे acting करनी है. How should I go about it? And then things just happened. Dad's very good friend, who also knows me. Like we've been family friends, and his son told me, "Yaar, I heard you want to act and all." I was like, "Yeah." So Dad's like, "Why don't you go and meet Vyas uncle's son, and you meet him, and he'll maybe guide you कि acting कैसे शुरू करते हैं ये वो." तो मैं उनके घर चला गया, और उन्होंने बोला कि यार तू अगर थिएटर वेटर से शुरू कर, एंड वंस यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग एक्सपीरियंस देन यू विल फिगर आउट एवरीथिंग ऑन योर ओन. बाय द वे, दिस गाय आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट इज सुमित व्यास. Yeah. So Sumit Vyas was the first person I met, and he's like, मैं थिएटर करता हूँ, तू मेरे थिएटर ग्रुप में आ जा. And from there you'll automatically figure things out. So I started off there. Um, I used to do backstage stuff for them and everything. And then, ma'am, eventually I was really, really blessed that I kept meeting such people in my life जो मुझे कैसे ना कैसे एक वे दिखाते गए. I'll take a few names because they deserve to be named. One of them was Adarsh Gaurav. Adarsh Gaurav, in my early days when I had just started acting, उसने मुझे कम से कम 5-6 कास्टिंग वालों के नंबर दिए थे कि तू इनको फ़ोन कर और इनको बोल तू मेरा दोस्त है और तेरे लायक कोई ऑडिशन होगा तो तुझे बुला लेंगे. Similarly, रोहन खुराना, Chandrachud Rai, if you're watching this, these 3 people in my life, बिना हिचकिचाए they gave me a lot of casting वालों के नंबर कि यार तू उनको मैसेज कर और बोल. And then 1 ad, 2 ads, and to wherever I am right now. I am just grateful and thankful to God, ma'am. और कुछ नहीं है. बहुत सारे अच्छे, talented, good-looking लोग हैं industry में, but I somehow got all these opportunities. So I'm just grateful to God how things have been. All I can say is that initially it was very confusing. Not difficult because I shouldn't say it was very difficult because I'm born and raised. मेरे पास घर था यहाँ पे रहने के लिए. मैं अपने parents के साथ रहता हूँ. So it was not difficult that way. But it was difficult in the terms that it was very confusing. You don't know what is good work and bad work and how do you go about all these things, you know. तो मुझे सब कुछ करना पड़ा to realize कि यार ये अच्छा काम नहीं होता, ये अच्छा काम होता है और इसमें दिल लग रहा है, इसमें दिल नहीं लग रहा है. So yeah, that was definitely one of those times where I was like यार मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. No one to tell me ना कि यार ये नहीं करते, ये काम नहीं करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है. खुद सब कुछ figure out करना था. So yeah, I think end of the day, like I said, God has been absolutely gracious and people that love me are around me all the time. So the journey has been very good. So far, no complaints. Like you said, I've played different characters, got a variety of work. So good.
So, you know, I think even have to say that, you know, talent also brings you forward, and your talent has spoken for you. And given we've met before for Article 370, where you played a major role, and I could just think of certain scenes, and I also remember the conversation we had about how you actually practiced, how you were trained with or actual CRPF officers to play that character in that movie, which was a big hit already. Now, you know, when it comes to you, your journey on becoming an actor, I have some buzz or say a trivia video, which I figured last night while I was researching about you. So, how about you tell us more about this? Just one second.
So intrigued.
Yeah, one.
I knew it. You were gonna show me some audition scene of mine,
Yeah.
which was there online. Yeah.
And this is, you're playing Shahid Kapoor in Kameene, I believe.
The brief was that.
Yes.
The brief was. Mad it was.
So tell us more about it. How did
I
you?
don't remember. I think it was for a. So this was the time where episodic shows were really a thing. Bindas and MTV used to do episodic shows. So like I said, I told you, I had to do everything. Like I had to audition for everything and do every kind of work to realize कि यार ये. So this was the time when MTV, Bindas and all these people were making a lot of episodic shows. So this was, I think, one of the auditions for those episodic shows. It was a very fun audition, I'm not going to lie. क्योंकि ऑडिशन है तो आपको तैयारी के लिए 10 दिन नहीं मिलेंगे, आपको 2 दिन मिलेंगे. इतनी स्क्रिप्ट फ को फ बोल के वी हैड टू डू इट. Thank you for reminding me of my early days. But yeah, I've come a long way, yeah. Shit. I remember, yeah. Fun.
It was amazing to watch. Like, I was like, ye Kameene, Shahid Kapoor, exact, because it's not easy. You did it so well, even in that audition video that I saw. Have to praise that.
Thank you.
Now, you know, again, I am getting back to music because you worked as a DJ. This Khalbali Records is maximum, like, the whole story is about how the music industry and the political drama behind musical industry, as I say it. So, do you feel you would want to become a part of the music industry, or do you think I mean, we would want to know if you sing as well?
No, I don't sing at all. In fact, I was asked this question quite a lot by my friends when I bagged this show कि यार are you going to rap, are you going to do a song? I was like यार there are already 20 songs, and you know, when people like Amit Trivedi are involved, you cannot be messing around. So I'm like यार, my job is to go act. I will act and I will come home. So ऐसा तो शो के दौरान भी ऐसा कोई नहीं था, because these guys, like I told you, they take it very seriously. This is not a joke for them. Making music is not a joke for them. They take it very seriously. It's very close to the heart. Exactly how I wouldn't take acting as a joke. You know, I take my work seriously. They take their work seriously. But having said that, now that I have such cool friends in my life like Prab and EPR and all, तो कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि यार, maybe if they can write something for me, I can perform with them, they can teach me. तो I think it'll be a good experience just as an artist to, you know, एक recording studio में जाके एक गाना बनाना, just to make one song with Prab, maybe one maybe with EPR or maybe with Emmer, because now they are good friends of mine. I'm sure they can do this much for me. But just so that I know a little more about the world, एक as a creative person आपको थोड़ी चुल भी होती है कि यार ये देखना है मुझे, कैसे गाना कैसे बनता है, so और बन भी रहा है तो I want to be a part of it. Should I do it? You think?
You should definitely try.
है ना? I should try hopping on a song with Prab or EPR. They can write. I can't write.
Going back to what you said in the when I asked you about this experience, your BTS experience. So you mentioned how Prabhu was, practicing for working on his unreleased songs, right? Most of the you mentioned how he got this person whom he listened to back in Delhi in a club. So I think that kind of a thing a lot happens a lot with these singers or independent artists, even with singer or music artists like Amit Trivedi. So they do that a lot. That would be a great experience.
Yeah.
And you being a DJ in a song which they are creating, and you get to put your music into it.
Yeah. Now you're like instigating.
Given you something to
Yeah, no, I've been thinking of it since a while, but I was like, nahi, yaar, these guys are too serious. They'll never, take this. They'll take it as a joke. They'll never take me seriously. But I think I should pitch it well, and I'll tell them कि यार, थोड़ा मेरा भी knowledge बढ़ेगा, and maybe, but on a serious note as well, maybe I'll learn something from them. Maybe I'll pick up something from that experience and put it into acting. You just never know. End of the day, it's a creative field. It's an artistic field, and I basically have a ear for music clearly. So maybe I can. Let's see.
For sure, for sure. Now, another question that I had in mind was, you've talked about this in a lot of interviews. How you shot for Khalbali Records before Article 370 came out, right? So I want to understand psychologically that transition period in your head. Oh my God, I'm going to open with this, wherein I was supposed to open with this series, right? So how did that change feel like in your head? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Okay, I think I'm kind of happy that this is happening first.
I was happy either way. Like 370 was my first film. It was with one of the biggest in the business. So I was absolutely thrilled कि before the Khalbali was any which way is getting delayed a little bit for a lot of reasons. And so clearly I was waiting for it. तो मैं बोला यार अब wait करने के दौरान अगर आपकी एक film ही आ जाए, nothing like it. People don't get this. 2 releases in a year is something. मतलब if I would want to, I would show off. But I'm just, like I said, it's just God's blessing कि ये दोनों चीज़ें एक साल में हो गई. Like our parents always keep telling us that हर चीज़ अच्छे के लिए होती है. Everything happens for a good reason. So I think it happened for a good reason that my film came first and then my show. Both the experiences were absolutely different. It was a completely different feeling watching yourself on the big screen. Both my directors were national award winners. So I think I was more or less more than happy with the way things panned out, because I always believe everything happens for a reason. खलबली अब आया है 2 साल बाद, तो किसी रीज़न की वजह से आया होगा. 370 पहले आ गई, किसी रीज़न की वजह से आई होगी. So I'm happy. I think things have their own course. ज़रा छेड़छाड़ नहीं करनी.
I think everything happens for a reason, and you've been fortunate enough. So again, another question that I have is, I would want to understand. So given how competitive do you feel as an actor now that you've already been a part of the industry for some time, and where do you see yourself, because you've done a lot of varied characters? Is that your agenda as an actor to continue like that, or maybe come out as absolutely as a villainous character, or do you want to keep maintaining this flow,
I would love to be shown as a villain. मेरे को कोई काम मेरे को देता नहीं है villain का role. मैं क्या करूँ? Like in a year maybe I'll get one audition where someone comes with a negative part, because I don't know why it happens. But ठीक है. I mean, see, I'll be very honest. So far, my only agenda was to do work. पहले मैं काम कर लूँ. मेरे में I have not been in that position कि मैं I can like पहले तो ऐसा लगता था कि यार काम तो मिले, लेट मी जस्ट शो माई टैलेंट, लेट मी जस्ट शो माई वर्क, पहले वो तो हो. अब किस्मत अच्छी है कि जो काम मिला वो इतना अलग अलग मिला दैट पीपल नाउ नो कि ओके ही इज डन दिस दिस एंड दिस, एंड ऑल थ्री आर वेरी डिफरेंट. आई हैव नॉट प्लेड अ वेरी सिमिलर कैरेक्टर इन ऑल माई बिग 3 projects. So I was just fortunate, I was lucky that it happened. But from here on, I will definitely try and have a different skin every time, because I think that is, because now when you ask me that question ना with that smile, तो मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगता है when someone talks about my work ना कि आपने इतने different characters किए and you did it so well ये वो, so that feels nice. So I think I'm going to chase that कि लोग मेरे को अलग स्किन में देखें हमेशा, in a different character, maybe in a different physical form also, with a good physique, with not a good physique. I want to do different work for sure. I don't have a set path, but इतना तो मुझे धीरे धीरे clear हो रहा है that I want to do drastically different characters as much as I can. I don't want to stick to one image that maybe would work for me. And as far as competitiveness goes, ma'am, I don't really have the and मैं यहाँ वहाँ कम ही देखता हूँ, मैं अपनी जर्नी में ज़्यादा देखता हूँ, because I have given almost a decade to acting now. So it's better if I put that energy in my journey myself. यहाँ वहाँ देखूँगा तो बहुत demotivate हो जाऊँगा, because some people are doing much better than I am, some people are not doing that great. तो मैंने जहाँ से शुरुआत की थी, मैं जहाँ पहुँच गया हूँ, बहुत बड़ी बात है मैम. It's like God has been really great. No, there are crores and crores of actors in this city itself, forget the country, and they are so talented, and they are much more better looking than I am, they have all the attributes, but I have been so fortunate that this is happening. You are here, second time I'm interviewing with you, so it's just great. I just want to be in my own lane and do my best work as much as I can.
Makes sense. You're focusing on your own path. I won't take much of your time, but I have two last questions for you. One, since you were talking about playing varied characters. Now, playing varied characters involves a lot of process, a lot of prep work, and that can take, say for instance, when we were talking about you working as in a villainous character, right? That work can have an effect on you, right? Because, say for instance, a psychologist working in something, a doctor working on a patient or in a surgery room, everything has an impact on in your head mentally, right? So I would want to understand as an actor, like your character in Article 370,
Yeah.
your character as honest as the one it is in Khalbali Records, Yami Gautam shooting for the movie while she was expecting a child. Say for instance Ranveer Singh in as Khilji. So these characters are very tough to play and they are very difficult. It's not easy. We see it as viewers and it seems easy. So how do actors work on it to make sure that their mental space is in a good place? How do you keep that separate? How tough is it? Because I feel, even as a viewer, when I think of it, it's not easy. We were discussing a movie like Sector 36 of Vikrant Massive, and to some people it might seem very gore. For some people, Ranbir Kapoor's Animal might seem very gore, but to play that character is not easy. So what's your take on that? How do you keep that separate?
So I haven't done anything like that to really experience it, but if and when I do, I'll talk about it. Because right now, if I just compare the last two, Khalbali and 370. The only difference was, the major difference was that 370 was very physical. It was very, very physical. Um, um, तो अब तक emotionally तो and when it comes to Khalbali was very emotionally driven. Like the Raghav's character was very emotionally driven. Um, अब तक उतना डार्क ग्रे या ऐसा कोई कैरेक्टर आया नहीं है बट वही तो मजा है like that's fun no that's fun to experience something like that yeah it's fun and we'll also get paid to do it no
Exactly. See, work pays and you.
see film making a film is and being a part of a film is a very luxurious job okay it's not coal mining it's not being a soldier it's a luxurious job okay now the thing is we have that luxury that mental space to get into that skin take all our time and be that way be that character give a fantastic performance and then also the luxury to get out of it मिलेगा उसके बाद समय आपको अगर ऐसा होता है तो मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ है तो आई डोंट नो बट आई एम श्योर इफ यू गेट इनटू द कैरेक्टर सो डीप you will also get time to get out of it. It's not the end of the world. You are going to do another film which might not be that dark or grey again. But I really hope and I pray I get to experience that. I get something which is dark and gruesome. I do that, and then I will share my experience with you for sure.
For
I'll tell
sure.
you how it was.
You know, I have to say one thing on a human level that when you speak about being an actor in this process, to me as a viewer, like I said, it's very difficult even you playing a CRPF character or prepping for any particular character. It's your work and that's how you guys function in your head. That's why it becomes easier. But hats off for that. It doesn't seem easy. So, final question would be, tell us about your upcoming projects. How different are they compared to the ones you've already done till date? If you can.
So I haven't bagged anything yet, but fortunately, whatever has come so far in the last 15-20 days, again has been totally different, and I love it. I really want to do it. I think इस साल का पहला डार्क ऑडिशन मेरे पास आ गया है मैंने दे दिया है
Then we are definitely having this conversation.
I mean, let's hope and pray that it goes through. If it doesn't, again, कोई बात नहीं. But like I said, see, again, it happened. A grey character came my way. I still have to actually test for it. I still haven't tested, but I have had conversations. I have had the necessary meetings that I have to be done. I hopefully, fingers crossed, I bag it because I really want to. And let's hope and pray that I bag something very soon. Right now, I'm just here having a conversation with you guys about Khalbali. Khalbali still needs to reach higher than where it already is. People need to watch it. People need to talk about it. So yeah, but let's hope कि इस साल में मैं आपसे तीसरी बार मिलूं. 2 बार तो हम मिल चुके. We've met twice. I'll see you again.
Well, I'm sure. I think good luck on that. And I am sure, I feel that, I'm manifesting it that we'll have this conversation again. And with that note, on that note, I would like to finish with a compliment and with a question. That would be how it is so nice to see somebody coming forward with varied characters and trying to be very open to it and, a lot more work. And that's a compliment from her because I've enjoyed all the work that I've seen of yours so far. So be it Feels Like Ish, be it Article 370, and I'm yet to watch Khalbali Records, but मैंने जितना भी trailer, teaser, जितना पढ़ा, it seems very amazing to me. Now, with that, like I said, I'll ask a question. Any compliment that you've received from somebody in your work vicinity or somebody that you will really remember that is very close to your heart that, okay, I'll not forget this?
There's only one compliment that I got that I will remember for the rest of my life, not just now, is that my dad saw the show and उन्होंने 29 years, I'm 29 years old, 29 years में पहली बार मुझे I love you बोला शो देखने के बाद. And he said, I'm proud of you, I love you, and this is just the beginning. एंड दैट्स ऑल दैट मैटर्स फॉर मी. जिस बंदे ने मुझे 29 साल में कभी आई लव यू नहीं बोला, उन्होंने आई लव यू एंड आई एम प्राउड ऑफ यू दोनों एक ही सेंटेंस में बोल दिया. दैट इज़ समथिंग आई विल रिमेंबर फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ माई लाइफ. So yeah, other than that, obviously my friends and people in my work have been really kind to me, but I'll remember this at the top.
Thank you so much for joining me today. And well, on that note, I have to say, long way to go, and this is just the beginning for you. Thank you so much.